A 6-year-old was reportedly lunch-shamed by her school, prompting her family to demand a change in school policy. You gotta watch to see what happened next, because I'll be honest here, I don't even know what the heck lunch-shamed even means. Seriously, I just want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Is that so bad? The American school system. You just gotta love it. How it promotes grades over knowledge, how it promotes crappy food over good food, and how it promotes, don't hit the bully or else you're the bully. Gotta love it. It has come under fire in recent times because of a number of issues, not to mention the ones I just said. The most common criticism is the fact that location can determine the quality of schooling that students have access to. This inherently creates imbalances in what is supposed to be an equal opportunity education system. But, moreover, school locations are often separated racially. Wait, is that actually still a thing? 1 second. Okay, unofficially it's still a thing, but it's not encouraged. Thank you, school systems. Consequently, this means students of color are given disproportionately worse education than their white counterparts. This is a major issue, but another big issue is funding. A major criticism of government as a whole is that there are not enough funds dedicated to education as compared to certain other expenses. Like defense. Consequently, despite the fact that schools are publicly funded institutions, schools are oftentimes looking for outside methods to raise funds, like those stupid candy sales, or car washes, or I don't know. Regardless, this leads to growing situations in which schools are trying in any way to make a profit. This can at times lead to those extra costs being passed down to the students. Such was the case of 6-year-old Anya Howard, who was asked to return her food tray simply because she didn't have enough deposit in her student account. I want you to take a guess as to how much these hot school meals cost. $2.25. Just $2.25. What was the school's solution since the child was denied hot food? She was asked to go back in line to await a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch.
Oh, you can't afford that pizza, eh? Well, don't worry. Here's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on stale bread, and I believe the jelly is from last year. Nah, that's a good one, Principal Eric. You get a raise.
This poor girl felt sad because not only was she denied food, she was denied food in front of her classmates, who eventually began laughing at her. This is, of course, a serious issue. Regardless of intent, the poor girl was publicly outed as being different from her peers. The smallest insignificant differences between young people are enough to be cause for ridicule in their young minds. However, to be seen as poor is particularly damning. Sure, adults may understand that how much money happens to be on the girl's account is entirely out of her control. But that doesn't matter to children, and by openly informing her of her lack of funds, the school is opening her up to bullying. Because children? Well, you didn't hear it from me, they're kind of jerks. Anya's grandfather, Dwight Howard, and no, not the basketball player, would seem to agree, and believes his little girl was lunch-shamed, and now calls for a change in school policy. Anya, who studies at Southwest Elementary School, said she had to walk past 20 students who began commenting on her student account in order to reach the back of the line for the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Anya's grandfather said that his little girl felt sad, and that it was an embarrassing moment for her. Now, what was the actual issue with Anya's student account, you may be asking? The answer will likely surprise you, but before we tell you, we'd like to remind you to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell right now. If you do, comment Notification Squad, and we'll reply to all of you with a thank you, because we love you like that. The issue was that she had only 10 cents in her account at the time, but more importantly, according to Anya's family, school didn't alert them about the low funds in her account on time. The Greenwood Community School Superintendent, Dr. Kent DeConnick's email mentions that it is usual for students to be served alternative lunch. However, when that happens, the staff has to ensure the student is notified in a discreet manner. He also denies being contacted by Anya's family and thus refused to comment any further. Perhaps we cannot verify if Anya's family contacted Dr. DeConnick or not. But if Dwight Howard's comments are otherwise true, then even according to Dr. DeConnick's own standards, the situation was mishandled. If Anya has to reach the front of the line, get denied, then walk all the way to the back of the line in order to get served alternative lunch, that is far from discreet. If such a policy is already in place, then it should be clear that it must be enforced far more strongly. Otherwise, situations like this are bound to occur again and again and again. And that's our video for today, everybody. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click on one of the 2 icons up above right now to get even more videos. Have a good day and goodbye, everybody.